What up, what up, what up? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you're finding reasons to smile, laugh, enjoy life, appreciate everything and everyone around you. Tonight, we're going to do by request, a simple, basic art lesson because it's my personal belief that anyone can draw, paint, or draw, or you know, have some even minimal art um, experience. So I can show you how you can make even if your line is not straight, can make something out of this. What up, Jay? Thanks for being the first one in. Technically, you're the only person in here because um, I have the live stream on my computer too, so it's counting me as somebody in the stream. So, because I prefer to watch the stream or look at the chat through YouTube. And speaking of which, let me get my music going. Gonna wait a couple minutes, see who comes in, and anyone that comes in after this has been uploaded, make sure you check my description for all my links. I am very active on TikTok these days. I am very, very active on TikTok these days. I'm posting everywhere from Facebook to YouTube to LinkedIn. Um, Try to stay on top of my videos. I am somewhat concerned about what's going on with YouTube. So if you happen to be on any other platform, make sure you're following me, because if for whatever reason YouTube decides that I am not a channel that they care to keep on their platform, I may disappear. And obviously, if I disappear, I will not be able to let people know that through YouTube. But till then, I will continue to make videos at least 3 to 4 times a week. Live stream at least once a week since I can't mobile stream. Although, as I've said before, I haven't done it yet, but I may start doing it. I'm just like, it's a little hard to figure out where I would want to live stream. I may just do it make it kind of a rotation throughout the week. That like one night I'm on my personal Facebook page. The next day I'm on my aloveproductions Facebook page. The next day I'm on my Instagram. The next day I'm on Twitter. I can't live stream on TikTok yet because you have to have 1,000 followers. But just like YouTube, once you hit that 1,000 mark, I could also start getting donations if I live stream from TikTok. So that would be kind of cool. Right now, and thanks to Greg Raj TV, he has a YouTube channel, but he doesn't really post that much. He's more active on TikTok and Instagram. He's a funny dude. He's got a heavy Boston accent, but he lives in Florida. Which, if you don't notice about Boston or New England, for whatever reason, the two most popular states for Bostonians and people from Massachusetts to go to are either New Hampshire or Florida. Don't ask me why. That just happens to be the case. But if you want to support me while I'm still on YouTube as well, I do have a PayPal account in my description. So feel free to donate to that. I got a little impulsive today and bought some new canvases and stuff. But tonight, for the art lesson, we're going to, it's going to be very simple. All you need is a piece of paper, a pen, a crayon. Paper can have lines on it. It could be printer paper, art paper, the back of an envelope, a napkin. Your writing utensil can be a paintbrush, can be a marker, can be a pencil, can be a crayon. I don't really care. This is just for fun. So we're gonna get that all set up sooner than later. So how you doing tonight, Mr. J? And thank you to whoever gave that thumbs up. I got my pen. I got my right on, right on, right on. The only other thing I have to figure out is what the best angle is going to be for me to do this, because I don't want to do it on the easel. By the way, the art piece that I started last week, before I go any further, I just finished this yesterday afternoon. I started this in last week's live stream. It was just the purple background with the little sea lion over in the back. And then yesterday, off camera, I did the Sharpies for the trees and the little dock there. I'm even impressed with this one. And what I'm gonna be doing, I think over the next couple of weeks, when I'm up to doing it, is that some of my other paintings, some of my other paintings, I want to like either revamp a little bit or like add a little more detail, because I like the way they are, but like as I'm looking at them, I go, this one can look a little bit like this, and I might attempt to do that. Like, and I'll give you an example. Hold on. All right, let me give you a quick example. Hopefully you can see this. Because whenever I flip the camera around on my phone, all right, see these? Oh, it's not going to let me. All right, so you know my waterfall one, right? That's in the middle there. The one underneath it. You know what? Here, I can at least turn the light on over there so you can see it. All right, so I know you can see this. So you guys remember the waterfall one, right? Well, I was looking at this one and this one, and I was like, if I wanted to, I can make this the reverse of this. Meaning, what I'm going to do to this one is I'm going to add, like, you're at the top of the cliff, and you can see the water going over the fall. So this whole bottom part is going to get painted in to be the waterfall, the flow of water going over the cliff. So it'll be like the reverse view of this one. So you're at the top of the mountain, the top of the waterfalls. That one you're across the way looking at the waterfalls, and that one Maybe that one get on the other side of the mountain. I don't know. Because they weren't intended to be a collection because I've made them months apart from each other. But yeah, I made them months apart from each other. Yeah. That should be fine. Thank you, appreciate it. See anybody else coming yet? Divine Tiffany, what up, what up, what up? So I already got one dislike, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. We're gonna have a chill night. Anyone that feels like a little life at home, how you doing, Anne Marie? I hope you all got some paper, a writing utensil. I want to wait to see if Sunny comes in before I start. Because she was one that kept reminding me about doing a art video. I appreciate you all coming in tonight. It truly means a lot. I wish I had a third device so I could be checking my other social medias while I'm on here, but I cannot do that. The only way I can do that is if I exit out of my my thing here. Completely understand. I came across somebody on just realized this is not in the best direction. But I saw someone on TikTok. I actually did a duet with them. Um, asking for prayers for their cat. The woman had a cat that was suffering with pneumonia, and she couldn't afford to get it the vet medical treatment that it needed. I don't know what the update is with him yet, but the other night it kind of I saw the video probably not at the best time because I was already emotional from watching a different video or a live stream where the person was getting emotional, so I got emotional. And then I saw the video of the woman's cat, and she said, um, please give prayers to my cat. Um, and I reached out. I said, I don't know what I can do to help, but prayers definitely. I know that feeling. All right. Tell me it's not trippy that you see me doing the same thing in two different vantage points. Yeah, my boy Gizmo, he's been gone since March. And yes, was it yesterday? I think yesterday morning when I looked on Facebook. You know how on Facebook it gives you like a memory post from like a year ago, 3 years ago, what have you. Um, well, one of the memories that came up was a video of my cat Gizmo grooming his brother Smokey, my gray cat, and because they were actual brothers, like biological brothers. They were very close with each other. So like I don't think I did Gizmo once in a while would groom my cat Shorty, but they weren't close with Shorty the same way because he's from a different litter of kittens. Um, they're all the same age, but they weren't they didn't start out together. So like as much as they get along, they still have that little bit of separation. Say, well, oh, with the two different vantage points. Hmm. Don't listen. It's freaking me out too because I'm looking at both screens. Art cam, my cam, art cam, webcam, art cam, webcam. Divine system for the enemy. Jay, you still in here? There's a comedy skit that does something like this. And it's like on the tip of my tongue where they're like, and then, and this, and that, and this, and that. Yeah, technically there is three people in there, but I'm one of them because I have the live stream open on YouTube and StreamYard. Like I could just do my live stream from StreamYard, um, and not open YouTube. But I like watching the chat, looking at the chat from YouTube, so it has me in here as a viewer. So I can't wait until I can get the live stream on TikTok though. I mean, I know even when I can, once I'm able to get monetized on YouTube, if that ever, when and if that happens, I know I can start like doing donations here. What up, Ghostly? Um, but on TikTok, all you have to do is hit the 1,000, and you can already start. You have to have it. Like YouTube, you have to have 1,000 followers, and I think that's the only stipulation. Once you hit 1,000 followers, nice. Once you hit 1,000 followers, you can start getting you can start getting donations and stuff like that. And apparently that's what those coins are for. Yeah, I'm slowly learning this stuff through watching other people do live streams over there. I don't know if you've watched any live streams yet. There's one guy that I've been watching that lives in Florida. I did a couple of duets with him, Greg Rung TV. He's pretty funny. If you're not following him yet, go on my channel. He's the one that inspired the balls video in my nuts video. It sounds a little immature, and the fact that I'm laughing at it's even more immature, but he inspired both of those videos because of two of his live streams. No, wait. One was inspired by a live stream. The other one was inspired by a video that he has up. The live stream was because the balls video was inspired by the live stream. Because I know I said this last week, but the ball thing that kids get, they have the little compartments with little gadgets and trinkets in. Someone sent them one of those, and he thought it was like a bath bomb or something else, and then realized what it was. And then the topic was about balls for like 5 minutes. I was like, you just gave me a great idea for a video. And I made the balls video. And then a couple days later, he did a fan mail video, and he mentioned No Nut November and made an off-color joke that I won't repeat here because I'm about staying clean, being family, as family friendly as possible. But I am not geared towards children. I just want to keep my content clean. But he, where's the camera? Okay, no, that's good. But yeah, so he made a joke about No Nut November. I was like, that's a good follow-up video to the balls video. So I did a nut video, which I know I put a video up the other day, and I put the balls video in the middle of it. What I think I'm gonna do, possibly tomorrow or Monday, is I'm gonna put the balls video and the nut video and combine it into one to make one, funny little video. And I have one more kind of like play on words video like that was inspired by the nut video. So I got the balls, I got the nuts. It's just getting better, isn't it? Well, from the nuts, the next inspiration is the berries. I haven't made the video yet, but that's the next video next like pun type video that I want to make. So it's going to be balls, nuts, and berries. I'm trying to think of a fourth one. Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're not much of a social media person in general. Like you're not on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. If you want to see another side to me and another side of my content, download TikTok. I still go by aloveproductions over there, but you might want to go over to TikTok and check out some of the videos over there because some of them are funny and silly, and it's just another side. My husband wasn't too happy because, he's kind of a more traditional Muslim, and he doesn't like the fact that like I'm dancing in videos and stuff. I'm like, look, I'm doing this, one, because it makes me happy. Two, I'm trying to bring happiness to others. And I'm trying to make a career out of making, silly videos and making, videos to inspire people. This is what God put me on earth to do, is to create and share with others. All right. I'm trying to wait for Sunny. How far in are you on this? We're already a half hour in. So yeah, if you guys actually have paper and something to draw or paint with, yeah, I know, but Islam is very strict in the sense that, like, it's not just. I know it seems like it's just women, but in some of the Islamic countries, like Saudi Arabia, I'm not sure of all of them, but definitely Saudi Arabia is definitely one of them. Even the men have to wear coverings. Like if you see videos of men, they don't obviously cover their whole face, but you see the ones that wear the scarves on their head, and you see them wearing the long robes as well. It's a way to cover in modesty, and for women, my husband is somewhat traditional, like most of the women in his family, his brother's wives, none of them put photos or video of themselves online, because the belief is your beauty is, your physical being is a gift from God, and it should be preserved. And it should be reserved for for your husband. He should be the only one that sees your full beauty. And to some extent, I agree with that, but I agree with it in my own way. And that's something that he doesn't necessarily agree with. Like when I go to Morocco, he would rather me cover up if I go outside. But I dress in modesty in the way that I feel that I'm doing it. Like I don't show cleavage. I mean, even now I'm wearing a tank top, but I'm not showing my cleavage. I'm not purposely trying to show off anything. I don't wear short shorts. There's not, women like to wear that. I don't. I'm not comfortable wearing that, being that out there. I don't know if I want. It really depends on what's going to show up on camera too. So maybe I'll use this one. I mean, even in the Quran, all right? The Quran, if you didn't know, is the holy book for Islam, for Muslims. And throughout the whole Islamic, throughout the whole Quran, there is one passage that says, for a woman to cover her bosom with her veil, or cover herself in modesty, covering her bosom with her veil. To me, the way I interpreted that passage is, because obviously, as you know, from the time that was written till now, things have changed. So like, as long as this is being covered, and it's not, and I'm not through covered, because even we all know, even in covered clothes, people, women could find a way to make themselves look more sexy or whatever, even if they're covered up. I'm not trying to look sexy. All right, I let everything hang. So you got lined book paper. All right. Still says for 3 people, so I'm the other person. All right, let's see. I probably took out the wrong marker. Maybe I'll just stick with this one. All right. Do you want to just learn how to make something out of a line? Give me a suggestion of what you want to learn how to do. Just make something out of a straight line. You want to see something that is made that you want to make something that can turn into like a house or a tree. I mean, we could just do little doodles so you guys get like an idea of what you can do. Let me see something as well. I guess see if I can. I want to give you a better vantage point. All right, we can try that. If you think you guys can handle a simple, we could do like a simple sailboat. Maybe not the big. We'll see how we go. How we do. All right. That might be interesting. And those of you that can, and anybody that comes to watch this later and tries this out later, and I may make a separate video, like lesson video, we'll see. Maybe I'll make that a weekly thing of like a video, lesson video. Um, but hold on, I gotta give you a better advantage. But let me see if I can get something. Yeah, give me a minute. All right, be right back, guys. I gotta go to the restroom. Smokey. Let me check something. So let's see if this works at all. Turkey Day was okay. It was hey, look, you can see the camera now. You can see yourself. I'm just trying to find the best position for this camera. Okay, that didn't work. I wish I could zoom in on this. I'm trying to get like all the corners in the shot. I really wish I could zoom in. Hey, Cheshire, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I wish I knew how. I wish I was able to. Right. One other thing I should do. Try to do. Well, didn't really help too much. All right. Going good, Cheshire. We're gonna do a little art lesson. Feel free to join in. Don't know where the best position. Mark that I want to use either. Well, I guess that's gonna have to do. Hit that double like button. Check out all my links in the description. Follow me everywhere. All right. Um. So. All right. So let's start off with. I don't know what to start off with. Um. All right. A boat, a lighthouse, or a house? Which one do you guys want to do or start off with? Boat. Tiffany? You too, Tiffany. Okay, you guys want a boat? Okay, boat or ship? Like, do you Boat or ship? Like, you want me to show you how to make the, like, clipper ship? Like the big sail, you know, with the multiple sails? Okay. All right, so doesn't matter which direction you have your paper, first off. Okay? And we're gonna do it. There's a part of me that wants to do it where the ship is facing you, like directly this way. But then there's the other part that wants to make it more where you see the 3 sets of sails, 3 masses. All right, let me ask you, do you want it straight ahead? Know what? Never mind. We're going to do the side view. Side view so you can get more. So it might be a little more advanced than I was intending, but you should be able to do it. All right. Pick whichever end you want to work on. You can start from your right, you can start from your left. But go, say, about 1.5 inches in from the side that you're starting on. And you're going to make a line going like that, maybe about 2 inches long. You can't even see it, can you? Nope, couldn't even see it. So I'm going to have to use a thicker marker. See if you can see that. There you go. Now you can see it. All right. Now at the bottom point, you're gonna go across, maybe about 3 inches. About 3 inches. You guys got that? And guys, when you're done, send me a picture, send me a photo of your finished artwork. I want to see how you guys did. I don't care how it looks like, and maybe I'll try to make a video out of it. All right. Jay, you there? You got it? I don't want to go too fast for anybody. All right, now we're not going all the way up, maybe about 1 inch or so from the end of the line here. So something like that. And you can make it a little curved or you can make it straight. It's up to you. All right, so now back to this end here, the longer line. You're gonna go right with it, and a slight curve, but you're just gonna kind of like come out away from it. Not a whole lot, but look, and stop a little bit away. Like you don't have to even it out, but you see how I get that there? Then say about maybe a 1/4 inch up from the last line you did. You're gonna touch your marker or your pen to the line, and you're gonna make a curved line down like that. See how there's a little like it's overlapping now? Yeah, I'll even bring it up so you can see it better. And about 1/8 to a 1/4 of an inch just above the line you made on the same line here, you're going to make a curved line going upward. So like this. So underneath, obviously this is going to be the bow of the boat, like the front of the boat. So at the top part of the bow, make a straight line that goes right with the you see it. Maybe I should buy this tabletop easel. Maybe that will help me to be able to do some of these. All right, now the tail end over here at the at the bottom curved line, you're going to do a slight curve going up again. And you're going to try to make it a little, like, either it can either be even or just below the front curve here. So you see how it looks? All right, now we're going to put a straight line across like that. You can, if it curves under a little, that's fine too, because it will just give it a little extra dimension. Now we're gonna go up from here, and then we'll work backwards. So just above and inside the top line, you're gonna do another curved one, but a little smaller than the first one. So the bottom one's probably about an inch and a half. Let's say the top, the next line we're doing, let's say that's an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch. I'll bring it up so you can get it, but because I know, because I can't zoom in my camera. All right, so the next line, we'll start at the bottom and make another curved. Doesn't have to be a big curve, just a slight curve. And keep it just inside the bottom mass, the bottom sail. I'm gonna do the same going back up, do a slight curve. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And then the top line to connect it. And then we're going to do one more going up again, a little bit smaller than the one we just did. Start with the outer line. Let's say it's about a 1/2 inch or just over a 1/2 inch. And depending on how much space you have at the top of your paper. So if you have to make it smaller, make it smaller. And do the curves all the way up. Let me know when you get the top seal done. I'm going to bring it closer again. Because I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to make this, I'm going to try to record parts of this on my phone after and make it into a video. And hold on. No, other way. Hold on. Oh no. There we go. I want to make that the primary camera. Oh, okay, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. This way, you get more of the screen of the drawing. All right, so we got the first 3 seals. At the very top of the first seal, you're gonna do this one simple line going up. If you can get it to point a little bit at the top, get it to point. But if you can't, that's fine. See the line at the top right there? Now here's a good trick, right? If you want to get the mass poles to behind the seal, the way to do that so it lines up is pretend like you're gonna make a line all the way through. So you're gonna go like this, and when you get to the open space between the seals, either you can leave it like the way it is now because you like it that way, but if you want to put the mass poles in this to give it a different look, again, follow the line at the top. Pretend like you're going to make a straight line down, but don't touch the paper. Only touch the paper when you get in between. So, and because as it goes down, the pole is going to get a little thicker. So you're going to do one line, and then again, if you want to start from the top and go at a little bit of an angle, now you got this. And I'm going to bring it closer so you can really get a look at it. I'm trying to get as close as I can. And then do that all the way down. Even if you can't get the full seal, line it up so you can get it the way, where you want it. But again, pretend like you're doing a line all the way down. And as you go down, it should get a little further apart. So it's, a thicker, it's thicker by the time you get down to the bottom. Like that. If you want, I'm already kind of shadowing it in a little bit. You don't have to do that yet. And notice how I didn't put the line on the very bottom one, because the way I did it, it's possible that the pole is hiding behind the seal, but I got the front part of the mass. If you have space to put the whole mass, put it. If you don't want to, do it the way that it looks. Whatever way it looks good to you, you do it that way. But you see how, because I did the imaginary line, the mask in between is pretty lined up with it. As it goes down, it just gets a little thicker. All right, now we're gonna get into the next row of seals. So about a ½ inch up from the bottom seal, you're gonna make another curved line. Go out maybe about an inch and a quarter. You can make it dip a little further down if you want. You can keep it a little higher. Let me know where you guys are at. If you're all caught up with me, I'll get into the next line. Now the back one, hold on, before you do anything, let me make sure of what I'm doing. All right, so yeah, the back one, you want it to fall slightly lower than the front mass. So after you make the bottom line, go up the line, but stop a little below. And when you connect it, just underneath the corner of the front mass, and kind of slightly curve it up. I'm just kind of making this darker because I want it a little bit more full on the bottom. And then we're gonna work our way up. So again, either you can start, because depending on how your spacing is gonna determine how much of the seal is gonna be behind the front one. Like the top one on mine, it's gonna be a slightly more visible. So I'm gonna start the curve just above the bottom front seal. I'm going to start with the back curve. And I'm going to curve down from the top and give it the illusion that it's kind of going under. Yeah, that kind of works. Hello to the people that are in here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the likes. Feel free to say hello in the chat. I'm doing a little bit of an art lesson. If you want to go backwards and catch it from the beginning, feel free. Otherwise, you can continue watching. And I'm going to try to make a video out of this at a later time. So let me know when you guys are caught up. I'll bring it closer so you can see again. Appreciate it. And then the top seal, because it's a smaller seal, it doesn't have, just keep it above the middle seal. And it could be, you could do the exact same thing you did with the front seal. Just curve the bottom, curve the front, like, and then the post that you put on the top, if you want, you can make that a little longer, and you'll see why later. Or you can just keep them all even. You can either make them different heights to give it dimension. I tend to make the middle one a little bit taller than the rest of them. And again, if you want to put the mask posts, again, pretend like you're making a straight line all the way down. And just get a little wider as you go down. And the bottom one, if you don't have the space, you don't have to worry about the bottom mask. Because obviously the seals look like they're high, covering it up. And then all that we repeated on the second set of masses, we're doing it one more time. So bring it out and down a little further down than the middle one. Go up. And then curve. And then I'm going to make the pole a little smaller. I'm just adding little points to the ends of my seals to kind of give it a more sharper. Let me know when you guys got your third seal up, your third mask up. And we will continue. While you're doing that, I'm just going to clean up mine a little bit more. You guys caught up? All right, let me know. No rush. We got time. For those of you watching, bring it up closer so you can get a little more better look at it. All right, Jay, you caught up too? Okay, so now we're gonna get to the back end of the boat here. About a ½ inch. Either you can go straight up or you can go at an angle. It's up to you. Just about a ½ inch. I'm gonna do straight across about another ½ inch or so. You can go a little further if you want. Quarter to ½ inch. And either you can leave it open like that, you can add another line that goes just behind the seal. You can close it all the way up to the seal. I'll leave it up to your preference. From the open, whatever space you have in the back, either you can close it off, you can close it at an angle, you can leave it open as a, artistic choice. And then, since we're on the back, I guess we can do this part. Right about midway of the line that you just made, that ½ inch, quarter inch mark, you're gonna put a pole going at an angle out of the boat. So we're gonna go like this. Maybe it doesn't have to be that sharp of a turn. It could be a little less. Either you can even go straight up if you want. It's up to you. I actually did it a little bit more too much of an angle than I wanted, but we're gonna live with it because I'm not gonna change it. At the very tip, you can add a little like knob or bolt knob at the top, like a dot right at the top of that line. Bring it so you can get an idea, because that you really can't see from that far right up there. See how there's a dot right at the top of it? And we're gonna make kind of a wavy line going downward. So from right underneath the knob, I'm gonna go like this. In, out, maybe a little more curved out, inward again. Get that? So it's a little wavy going down, and it could go outward, I guess, but for mine, I'm gonna have it go inward and add it inner, going back towards the boat a little, and then from there, you're gonna add a curve again. And then curve it as much as like the top one as you can make it. And if it goes into the boat, that's fine. And obviously now you can tell it looks like a flag hanging off the back. You can color it, at a later time. You can do whatever you want with that flag. Make it your state, country flag. Put rainbow colors. Do whatever you want with it. Just make it black and white stripes. It's up to you. At the top of the mast, you can either put 3 small flags or one. I tend to just do the middle one, and you're just gonna do a wavy triangle. So up here, and because mine's a little thicker, I don't even have to go any further than that. But if I want more depth, bring it closer so you get an idea of what I just did. Now, like I said, you can put flags on all 3. It's up to you. Or you could just put it on the middle one. So now back to the front of the boat. You're gonna draw from the very tip of the bow, of the hull. I forget. Yeah, the bow. I think that's the bow. At the very tip, You're going to do a curved line going up to the top of the top seal. So like this. Yeah, I guess we could do it that way. So from the top of the seal, where we just ended that line, we're going to do a smaller curve and stop about halfway. We're basically gonna make a curved triangle, right? So from the top, you're gonna go from here, you're gonna go out, but at a curve. You don't want to do it too deep of a curve or too small of a curve, but just kind of like with the seals, it's not like it's just enough to give it an angle. And you're gonna stop about halfway, and then curve in to close it up. And from here, it doesn't matter whether you start from this end or that end, whatever's more comfortable. You're not going to do a full straight line again. It's because it's going to get broken up from this outer seal. Go maybe a 1/4 inch from either side, whichever side you're going to work on. Go about 1/8 to a 1/4 inch away, and you're going to arch it just under. So like this. And then do the same thing at the top. And then you're going to make the full triangle again. Stop just about there. And close it up. If you feel like it, if you feel like you got the space, you can do a third one and have it attached to the mid to top of the middle seal, or you can leave it like that if you would prefer, if it looks good that way to you. And from here, if you're able to, because I don't know what kind of tool you're using, at the tip of the bottom triangle seal, you're going to do a light line crossing. And you can do the same with the top one as well. And if you don't want them the lines right on top of each other, you can do it at a slight angle. So it gives it more of a dimension. Now that I put those lines, I kind of do want to put the third seal. I originally wasn't going to put the third seal, but kind of looks like it might work now. And then the back seal. Well, actually, at this point, as you're looking at it, it's up to you if how you want to kind of like define it. You can shade in your seals a little bit. If you want to give it dimension, I would shade it from the outer side edge here, and maybe a little bit in the corner or something. But wherever your eye naturally sees, Sonny, you're gonna have to watch it all back now. But wherever you want, if you're using a marker like this and you have another color, maybe you can use another color. If you're using pencil, you can. It's a lot easier to make lighter and darker shading. So it's up to you. Also, if you want to add more like lines, no more seals, but like, because you know, if you ever see the clipper ships, they got the ropes all over the place. So those lines are the ropes holding the sails and everything. So if you want, you can add another line going across like this. You can add another one a little lower, behind the sail. You can have one going in the opposite direction. Maybe it doesn't go all the way across. Maybe it just goes from one to the other. You don't have to put that many either. You could just put it like, at this point, it's what you interpret, what you want to see on your, what brings your boat to life. If you want to keep it one color, again, shade it as you see fit. If you look at it, you can kind of tell where the shadowing should be. So use your own judgment on where you want the shadowing. Like, I'm not going to go too crazy, giving it any extra lines, or especially since I'm using a thick pen, a thick marker. And I'm only using a thick marker so you guys can see it, because I do not have the best lighting, as you know, or the best setup. How you doing, Sonny? Kind of, sort of. You missed the main part of it. Now it's just adding your own flair and your own detail to it. And as far as the boat itself, either you can leave it, like I say, either you can leave it like this and this is your thing. You can color in the whole ship. You can just add shadowing. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing. Because if you don't do the whole thing, you might give it just enough of a dimension, so it gives it more of a three-dimensional look. And as far as like the water, if you want to add like I appreciate that. I really do. And now if you want to add like make it look like you got waves, just kind of like at the edge of the boat, just kind of go up and curve out. And even where you already got the line there, if you just go above, just above that line, you can give the illusion and just bring a couple of lines out. Since we're only using one color, if you have multiple colors, then you can be more creative with it. But we're doing one pen, one, we're not really doing colors. I would like to do like a multicolored thing, like a paint one, but you guys would have to come up with paints and stuff. I don't want you to have to go buy supplies if you don't have to. When you get to the front, you can curve out away from it. Now, if you just want to add something to it, like, you can do the triangle, the arrow birds, make them different sizes. Maybe add a curved line outside of the boat as like to indicate a moon, like the sun, or you can leave it blank. At this point, it's your artistic expression. Not bad. The flag, I wasn't intending to make it that big, but bring it up again. Try to position it just right. There we go. So how do you guys think you did? Now again, send me a picture of yours, and I will. If I make a video, if I can make a video out of this, I'll add your drawings to the end of it. No worries. At least with a pen, you can still kind of shade it in. You just gotta kind of like I don't want to do it to this one. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but I just want to give you an idea. So with a pen, maybe if I bring it down, you can see it better. The only reason why I didn't have it this low earlier is because I wanted the paper in front of me instead of to the side of me. But now that I'm just kind of doodling or showing you something, right? So let me make the seal, right? I don't know if you can see it, so hold on. All right, so yeah, you can see that to some extent. So I'm just going to make the seal, make one seal, right? So you got that. Now, doesn't matter what pen you have. Markers are a little harder, especially Sharpies. Like you can get a little lighter. The way you change the texture of a pen or a marker or especially with pencils, are obviously easier, or crayons, pastels. They're a little easier to get faded looks or shading. But like with this, it matters how hard you press on the utensil that you're using. So like with this, if I do small light lines, you'll give it just enough shading. Like you probably can't even see it because my lighting sucks. But like it will give it just enough lighting. Or give it just enough, and I'm not pressing hard. I'm just doing like enough to get the ink to show up on the page, even if it looks like it's um, even if the pen looks like it's dying. You're just trying to give it a little like a little shadowing. Like I'll bring this up closer so you can see how light I'm doing this. Like you can see a little bit. It looks like a little dust is showing up on the page. But let me bring it closer. So if you see that corner, it just looks like, is that dust? But if I bring it closer, you can see it's just I did it very lightly. At the top, I did it even a little lighter. If I have a sharpened pencil, actually, I got my pencil. Let me try that. This should already be sharpened. Yeah. No problem, Tiffany. I appreciate it. I know you'll come back and watch where you were, where we left off with. And I'll give you an idea how far we are right now. We're at an hour and 50 minutes in. So if you want to come back and see anything else, you left off at an hour and 50 minutes. And you'll hear me say it when you come back to the video. Thank you, Tiffany, for coming in. Appreciate it. So I'll show you, even though Tiffany's leaving, Jay, I know you're here. So I'll show you with a pencil. Pencil is always a little easier because it's easier to go darker or lighter. But the rule of thumb is when you start with a pencil, always start off as light as you can. Press lightly on the pencil, and then as you go, you can start, once you know you got the line where you want it. Because with the pencil, if you do it lightly and you have to erase, it's going to be easier to erase and it won't leave marks on the paper. But once you're happy with where the line is, then you can darken it as much or as little as you want. So like the bottom line here, I did it heavy, so it came out darker. I started light here. The top, I'm going to start light. And then I'll just heavy hand it on the back end just to show you the difference in texture. And if you want to give it more depth, let's pray YouTube doesn't do anything to my channel. Because with all the changes happening on YouTube, now I'm bored, so I keep coloring it in. So another video to look out for, and you can feel free to share it. I might record it tomorrow, or if I have, what time is it now? Yeah, I might do it tomorrow in the next couple of days. What I want to do is I'm gonna do name your price sale on my art for two reasons. One, I need extra money, and two, I just need to make space because I'm running out of space to put my artwork. So, as long as it's a reasonable price, I'm willing to sell my artwork for whatever people can afford. So, but that's what I get. So we're done with this. I guess I can bring this back to me now. Keep it like that. Well, here's something you can practice. And I'll do it from this side. I'll do this again in a different stream, possibly. All right? If you want to learn how to make like a three-dimensional like box, I could do it with that. But if you want to start, instead of starting at the center of the page, if you want to start from like the corner and work your way up, what you're going to do is you're going to start with a box that is about an inch and a half. A square that's about an inch to an inch and a half. And you're going to start on whatever corner you feel comfortable. Because I'm left-handed, I'm going to start over in the left-hand corner. And one reason to start in the corner is because you already have, the edge, so you only need two lines to connect. So you go up as straight as you can make it. If you have a ruler, use a ruler. If you have something to help you make the straight line. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? right, so you see that? Right, it's roughly the same size on all ends. If you have a ruler, it will help, because then you can make lines from this. Because what you're going to do is you're going to find what they call the vantage point. So let's use the middle of the page. There's a dot right in the middle of the page, right? I could go all the way to the edge of the page if I wanted to, but from that edge, luckily I have a ruler next to me. I'm going to put a very light line from that dot to the 3 corners. I don't really have to do this, but if you're just learning how to do it, this will help you. If you think you can do it without the straight lines, so from here, right, we got 3 lines. We got the 3 closest corner, because the 4th corner, you wouldn't see it if it was in front of you. So from here, you're going to go up again about, say, an inch, inch and a half. Maybe, yeah, about an inch, between an inch, right? And then you're just going to make another straight line going across. I learned this in 5th grade. And there goes the first 3D box, right? And now to give it more depth, you make another box behind it. But you're obviously not going to make a full box, because you want it to look like they're like, like a conveyor belt, or, lined up behind each other. So you go in about an eighth to a quarter inch away from the back corner. You do the straight line it across, straight line it down, and then you move back. So there goes 1 box, or 2 boxes, and then you just keep doing it all the way back. If you have to use a ruler, use a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, use something with a flat edge. And I don't have an eraser near me, but if you use the straight lines as your guide, once you make your boxes, you can erase the guidelines so they look like separate boxes. Like if I wanted to, I can use the seals that I made up here to give you the same appearance, right? So here goes one box. And if you learn this, then you can learn how to make like, a 2 or 3 dimensional house drawing. So again, I'll bring this a little closer so you can see it better. So the bottom one is obviously the one with the guided lines. And then the ones at the top here are freehand. Obviously, I didn't go as far back because I'm running out of space. And I'm just kind of getting tired. So, but I learned how to do that in 5th grade. Because my 5th grade teacher used to do art classes too. Alright. Since I'm done with this camera, I think I'm gonna say bye to this camera. Give my phone a rest. No problem. But that's something good to try to practice. The 3D thing. Because if you can figure that out, you can get really interesting. Like if you wanted to just play and do, you can come up with like futuristic looking or like abstract type looking. And I'm finishing up just in time because my brothers are about to walk through the door.
You know what? Let me hit that. Really? I can handle it. I certainly. I'll come and smoke a ton of weed in the night. Right, the night.
If I can find them, I gotta find my portfolio. What up, Austin? You came at the end. You gotta watch back the rest of it. I might try to edit it down as a regular video. I want to do it tonight, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I have the focus to do it tonight. And I want to give my phone a chance to like cool off because I've been working my phone to the bone. I'm actually gonna shut it off temporarily because it's very hot. I really need a new phone. It's very depressing that I feel like I can't get myself a new phone. Anyway, we'll keep it positive. I'm glad Tiffany and Jay, you always like my art videos. But so since you guys liked this stream, you liked the art lesson, maybe I'll make this like maybe not every Saturday, but maybe once a month type thing, where I'll do a live art lesson. I might decide on every other week, maybe once a week, once a month. I'll do like a short art lesson tutorial video. We shall see. Since you guys did like that, like maybe I'll do the ship again and do it with different colors or a different medium, like different. Give you an idea, But that's why I want to see. Like I don't know what everybody used. I don't know if you used the pencil. I don't know if you used the marker. I don't know if you had another color and you added it. I want to see your work. I want to see, how it came out. Because you might be saying it doesn't look good, and then I see it and I go, it looks fine. So, but we are our own worst critics. We are most hard on ourselves. So it's all good. But once again, and I'm sure people that don't watch me on a regular won't make it this far in. Ooh, that might give it an interesting look. But yeah, again, for anyone that does watch this all the way through, because we don't know exactly what's happening with YouTube, because everybody's saying something different. If you want to continue to follow me outside of YouTube, just in case, because I'm not gonna stop posting. I'm gonna get depressed if they delete my channel. If they try to get rid of the smaller YouTubers. I mean, that would really upset me. I've worked so hard on my channel. I know I'm not the most entertaining. I know I have my fan base. I know I got my #love crew. And I love you guys. You guys have been rocking with me for over a year now. And it means so much that you guys keep coming back. You have no idea what it means to me. I get emotional off camera a lot. Well, I don't know how much you've been following, like the whole issue that's happening here in the U.S. as far as YouTube is concerned, with the fines and the rules and regulations and terms of service. One of the big things that they're making a big deal about is in the new terms of service, they're saying channels that are not commercially viable, basically, whatever channel, channels that are not, making them money, basically. They have the right to terminate those channels. I highly doubt that they will, because they're gonna not only are they gonna lose creators, those creators are also viewers, and a lot of people are gonna turn, like there's gonna be a lot of people that turn away from from YouTube, depending on how they go forward with these changes. It's not even going to be a boycott thing. It's going to be, because I mean, on one side, I'm very understanding on why they want to make certain rules and changes, not just to protect children, but also to protect the platform and protect the general public of, unexpected, insensitive or violent or, certain types of things that really shouldn't be on a public forum like this. Like what happened at the mosque, the whole Logan Paul suicide forest from a year or two ago. I understand for things like that why they need to put more rules and regulations on the platform. Yeah, but it's not making YouTube any money. I'm not monetized. My channel's not growing. And if they have a problem with that, it's completely in YouTube's discretion whether I'm worth keeping around, keeping my content alive. I don't think they will do anything to my channel, but who knows? I'm really trying not to pay too much attention to all the different videos that are out there, because one video says this, another video says that. One of our community people, Scott Victor, even he made a video about how to protect your channel and your content, how to back it up, because of inside information that he's heard. I'm not done yet. I'm just chilling for now. But at the moment, I'm still making videos. Will continue to live stream as I can. I'm getting tired. That's why I'm lying my head now. But I do have an audience that I appreciate more than anything. I know you don't all come at the same time, which is understandable. We all have lives. We don't always get notifications. Whatever the reason, but I know the people that come back and check my stuff out. You may not always leave comments. You may not always give the thumbs up. You might not always watch the video all the way through, and that's fine, but I know you're there. There's a handful of people like Divine Tiffany and Sunny that are on multiple social media sites and follow and support me there as well. And I understand why other people don't have other social media, because it's addictive. There's too much negativity, a lot of negativity. I don't want to say there's too much negativity, because honestly, I've managed to stay away from a lot of the negativity floating through social media, because I don't really interact too much in groups and whatever. I just do my own thing, which is probably why I stay away. I don't witness too much of the drama that happens on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok. Funny thing is when I went on to TikTok, I came across a couple videos talking about drama on TikTok, and I'm like, wow, right off the back, I ran into it. And I was like, well, I guess I won't be. I'm like, I'm not going to pay attention to those, and they've slowly stopped pay. You know. Yeah, because I know, because I had talked to Sunny the other night. Oh no, I didn't talk to her the other night. One of my Instagram posts, she reminded me about the art lesson because she's mentioned it a couple times in my live stream, and I kept forgetting. So when I posted the new art piece, she was like, "I can't wait for the art lesson." I was like, "Thanks for reminding me." So I figured, like, I was trying to figure out earlier today, what time do I want to start it as late as I usually do, or do I want to set it for earlier? I almost set it for earlier, but it's a good thing I didn't, because I had taken a nap about an hour or so before I started the stream. So if I scheduled it for that time, I wouldn't have been here at that time. So, and I knew I wanted to try to get a live stream in tonight because I miss doing the YouTube streams on a regular basis. And I'm under 1K, so I can't do the mobile stream. But again, keep in mind, regardless of what happens with YouTube, I might start scheduling, if I'm up to it, I might start live streaming on other platforms. Me too. I need it. And that's one of the things I need to start really looking into is ways to make money online. Like what websites are good to sell things on, because there's certain sites that are good for art or clothing or crafts. Like I know there's Etsy. I came across a video like a week or two ago. I can't remember if I saw it on TikTok or I saw it on YouTube. And I spent like 2 hours early in the morning this morning when I should have been sleeping, looking for the video, and I couldn't find it. There was a video somebody, like a content creator had, that puts videos up about making money online. They put up a video saying the top 5, where to sell what. The top 5 apps or the top 10 sites on where to make a secondary income, like a side income. And they were like, eBay's good for this, Etsy's good for this, Shopify's good for this, All right. I was going to do it this weekend. I might start playing with it tomorrow. I have full intentions of revamping my website, which means some of my shirts might come down, at least temporarily. Because one of the things I want to try to do is try to integrate, because I know there's a way to do it. I'm just not really sure how to do it. And I really need to start, 1, researching how to make money online, and 2, how to really recreate my website where I can post a video every now, like maybe once a week, post my best video of the week. either from TikTok or Face or YouTube or whatever to get traction there. And I want everything to kind of intertwine with each other and work to help the other thing. Which design? Oh, the boat t-shirt. I only have it as a t-shirt, right? I don't know why I'm not looking myself. Yeah, I think it's just a t-shirt right now. Yeah, I can look into it. I know that's the other thing. Like, I want to pick my favorite designs and make sure that they're in different styles of shirts, because I know not all my shirts are in. I want to organize my website now more by the shirt and versus the theme of the shirt. Because like right now, besides having the t-shirt catalog and then the long sleeve catalog or whatever, like I know the top of my page, it's t-shirts, v-necks, 3/4 sleeve, hats. Instead of just having it like, I want to have that so people have a general place to look at all the shirts, all the styles of shirts. But what I want to do, and maybe I'll rearrange it where the shirt itself, specific shirts are at the top of the page. So like the sales shirt will have its own click, but when you click into that, you'll see the t-shirt, the tank, the the long sleeve, a hat, whatever, all in one section for that design. Like, I'm trying to figure out a way to make the website more shopper friendly, or like what would be the ideal setup? Should it just be t-shirts, hats, long sleeve? Should it be themed like I have the I am you are shirts, where it's basically the same idea of a shirt, it's just the design is different. It either says I am or it says you are. That's why it's called I am you are. But they're not all the same shirt. It's I am beautiful, I am powerful, you are enough, you are life. And then I have the two main shirts, the I am shirt that has all the wording, and the you are shirt that has all the wording. And then any shirt that is based off my artwork, I have that in its own collection. Like, I don't know if I should keep it like that, where there's certain collections, or if I should list it by individual shirts, and then divide it between the style of the item. Because maybe someone just wants t-shirts and they don't care about a specific shirt, and they can look up that way, versus if I'm doing it as a collection like the I am you are. And that way there's not so many different areas. Like, either I can put them individually, by design, and then have the style of product clothing, instead of having a themed collection. And if I do a themed collection, maybe that will be the one that, like, if I actually start getting consistent traffic on the website, that I can use that money. Like, I have a couple musically inspired shirts that what I hope to do, or what I've wanted to do. Like, one of my ideas with my shirts is, if they actually started selling consistently, that I would take certain shirts and designate them as charity shirts. So my musically inclined shirts would be to donate to music education. You know, I am beautiful shirt. Another, know your worth. You know, maybe I'll make, a selection of pink shirts of different designs, and have them go, raise money for breast cancer, or, raise money for the homeless, or, like, I want to have, like, a charity selection of shirts that, like, I don't really benefit from it. Like, the profit will go to whatever the charity is. I'm getting tired. Should be having a snack right around now. Some water. Yeah, it's a bit better. 2.5. To be honest, the only reason I don't do oil painting is because I don't want to have to use chemicals to get it off my hands. That's literally, like, one of the biggest reasons I don't use oil paints. Because I know you're supposed to, like, if it gets on your hands or whatever, you're supposed to use, like, turpentine or something like that. And I'm like, I don't want to use anything chemically based, or, like, anything with a strong fume to it. I mean, as much as I've used acrylics, I don't think it'll be too much. Like, because I already use acrylics, I don't think it'll be too much of a jump. The other reason is pricing too. So, but the front reason, besides the price of supplies, one big reason is because I'm lazy and I don't want to use chemicals. I know it's kind of a lazy reason, but also I always choke on, whether it's hairspray or whatever, any kind of fume. Even if I use a little perfume, like, I choke, I end up coughing. So the less I have to use it, the better. So Jay, are you on any other social media sites, or you're primarily just YouTube? No, primarily here. Okay. TikTok is gaining a lot of popularity, by the way. I mean, I don't know what other types of content you're into watching. It's really short videos, anywhere from a couple of seconds to a minute long. Um, and I'm having a blast over there on there because you can use copyrighted music, and it's allowing me to be a little bit more silly, which is kind of inspiring me to be a little more sillier on here too. Because I know a lot of my videos end up being kind of serious and me just talking to the camera. But like the video I did the other night where I about Mr. Beast, um, looking for the wizard god. I don't remember what I titled the video, but I know there's wizard god in there somewhere. Oh, praying to the wizard god. Like the beginning of that video, I did it as a little skit. Like, please help me. You know, I was motivated to do the video like that because of what I've been doing on TikTok. And that's primarily a phone app. So I tried to see if I could get it up on my laptop, but I think it's mostly for phone use. Yeah. But anyway, if something ends up happening and you see that my channel happens to be gone, you already know Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, I'm all under aloveproductions. So you'll still be able to find me if you're still hurting for content. Anyway, take a photo of your drawing, send it to me. Appreciate it. I try. All right. I think I'm going to end this. I am getting tired. I'm going to get a snack, relax, and let my body do whatever it wants to do, sleep or otherwise. Yeah, I share everywhere. So anyway, let me go. Glad you made it in. Glad you hung out. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Make sure to share out my channel. Get people to come subscribe and actually watch my videos. Because the more people know, the more people will come. So anyway, Divine, Tiffany, Austin, Sunny, Anne Marie, Cashier, thank you all for coming in tonight, stopping in, saying hello. Thanks for the 10 likes. Appreciate you all so much. I think of you all the time, even those that I forget to mention. I know we're all, working through our own stuff, trying to reach our own dreams. Hopefully we can meet them together. With that, I'm going to end it. I will see you in the next video, next stream, next TikTok. Until then, as always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything. I'll see you next time. Jay, thank you for the live streaming. Being able to come. It means the world to me. Appreciate it, Jay. I really do. Much love. See you in the next one. Peace.